Aries, what is up? Welcome to Flavored Vivid. For those of you guys new here, my name is Carissa. The way that I do my readings is intuitively. I like to start off in your etheric energy, ground down to the physical, some general messages. I pull a spread on your finances and career. I pull a spread on your love life, and I close it out with spirit guide messages. All right, babies, you guys got a song by Lizzie McAlpine. It's called Spring into Summer. I heard it first on like TikTok, and for whatever reason, as soon as I got into your guys' energy, I kept singing a specific lyric that said, "Bridge over water, I am jumping off." Okay, bridge over water, I am jumping off. The lyrics of this song are kind of sad, not gonna lie. The song goes, "Spring into summer and the winter is gone. I try to hold on to it, but the current's too strong. Somebody finds me in the state I am. Love you like I mean it when I know I can't. Hold it against me, cool to the touch. Nobody knows what it's like to be us. Somebody finds me in the shallow end. Love you like I mean it just because I can. Taking a picture of all the people close to us, head below the surface, almost never certain of the truth. I'm always forever running back to you." And then it goes into the part where it's like, "Bridge over water, I'm jumping off." So this song talks about like moving into brand new energies, and your cards absolutely reflect it. Now, whether this is love, which it is showing up in love, you have separation. Behind that, you guys have girl talk as well, which is like being happily single, getting back out there with your friends, with yourself, etc. Your two main tarot cards, though, are the Death card and the Tower card. So this represents like sudden change, okay? Very sudden change here. It's intense, it's sudden, and it leads to this like radical shift and brand new beginning, essentially. It's like, how's the best way to explain this energy? It can feel like uncertainty and potential simultaneously, but it offers you this opportunity for growth, renewal, and a clearer path forward. It's a chance to release the old and embrace the new, and be prepared to basically let go of everything that no longer serves you, even if it feels painful, because this is the key to moving forward. And so there could be something sudden that's coming in for you to create this change. This is also representative. Both of these cards are Scorpionic energy. You could have Scorpio, you could be dealing with a Scorpio, or this is just a Scorpio full moon that is directly impacting you in some sort of way. All my millennials, y'all are being impacted, okay? Especially the later degree, but there are other transits that are impacting the earlier degree of Scorpio. So, millennials, this could be generational stuff as well, like certain patterns, belief systems, whatever it is for you, okay? Full moon in Scorpio, that was all about death and rebirth, and you are definitely in alignment, okay? Your Capricorn cross-watcher, Kiara. Okay, well, we will definitely get into love. The way that I do my readings here is I start in your etheric energy, ground it down to the physical, some general messages. I go into finances and career. I go into your love life, and then I close it out with spirit guide messages here. But overall, right now, there is this unsettling feeling that is creating a radical shift for you. It's very uncomfortable. You could be feeling sad, or there's another person feeling sad right now. Somebody in this situation is feeling sad about these changes, okay? Somebody in this situation is feeling very like unsure of themselves or unsure about the future, and can't stop thinking about a specific person. So whether this is you or whether this is another individual here. We also have attuned to the divine, new moon in Pisces. You get a Pisces in your chart, but you don't have to for this to resonate. Excuse my missing nail. I've just never put it back on. I was like, nope, not going there. But new moon in Pisces, this could represent, you know, she says in that part, head underwater, right? She's not seeing clearly in the song. She's talking about like her emotions are consuming her. And so with attuned to the divine, there could be a sense of like emotions driving where your logic and practicality needs to be driven. Like Aries, you guys are such a very you can be very practical, and you're very driven, you're very motivated. When you put your mind to something, you definitely are the one sign that I can bet money on to get it actually done, okay? You are amazing at that. But when your emotions distort your reality, that's where Spirit's like, hey, yo, attention, Aries. Let me get your attention, okay? Because that's what's been happening here. It's like somebody's allowing their emotions to drive the wheel, and it's distracting them at work and creating problems for them at work here, okay? Now, this is not going to be for all of you guys. This could be, you know, you cross-watching and this is happening to you, or whatever it may be, however it's playing out in your life here. Spirit is asking you to shift the vibe, okay? It's a vibe. She want a vibe, okay? I'm getting that song, 2 Chainz, I believe. But anyways, listen to some high vibrational music to shift around the energy. Go cleanse your home. It is a full moon. Naturally, you should be cleansing on full moons. So cleanse your home, your environment, your vehicle, your body, your mind, your soul. Ground yourself, spend some time under the moon tonight out in nature. I think that would be very beneficial here for you here. But listening to high vibrational music as well. You know, the other day I was like all in my emotions, like randomly, and I knew that it wasn't me. Like my wife kept asking me, Carissa, what's wrong with you? And I was like, I don't know, I just have anxiety. Like I have anxiety for no reason. And it literally was for no reason. Like there was no reason for me to have anxiety. So what I did was I cleansed my home. I go ahead and I cleansed myself. I did like my little, you know, spiritual hygiene routine, and I put on high vibrational music, and then I sat in front of my altar, my ancestral altar, and I started talking with my spirit guides and my ancestors in that way here, and they brought me to a lot of different information, which was really profound and heartwarming and everything like that. So sometimes it's just like they put you in like your feels, or you have this anxiety, not because it's like you and that's your energy, it's because it's a way to get your attention and bring you, attune you to the divine, okay? So be cognizant of that in whatever state that may play out for you, all right? We also have fake smiles here. All right, and no facts with played out, okay? So there's something here that's just like played out, or you're just over it. There could be fake smiles going around, somebody spreading rumors with no facts. I didn't even clarify that. I will go ahead and grab a different deck than I'm using to clarify. Tell me about fake smiles. What's this for Aries? The Full card, Aries, it's showing up as you. King of Pentacles in the reverse with the 3 of Pentacles in reverse. You're feeling very misunderstood right now. You're not feeling very supported or seen. It's like you have this brand new beginning, the full, or Aquarius. It could be an Aquarius if you're dealing with Aquarius. Aquarius is also co-ruled by Saturn, so it could just be Saturnian energy. Saturn is also Capricorn, so it could be a Capricorn feeling this way, right? Take it as it resonates for you. Be super honest, you know, with yourself. But there's this energy here with like the Full card. There's a new beginning for someone, but they feel very misunderstood, and a lack of support here, whether it's from the community, because the 3 of Pentacles in the, represents a community. So through like friendships or maybe family members, or people are just like not understanding someone in the situation here. With the King of Pentacles in the reverse, so it's coming from a very ungrounded place. Again, the Piscean energy here. You could have Pisces in your chart, and you might be a little bit ungrounded at this point in time, where it's like, you know, genuinely, I wrote a post about this the other day, not about this specific thing, but about how people are so busy trying to like ascend and tap into the 242nd 88 dimension that they don't recognize that you're here to have a human experience. Like, cry over your fucking ex, go touch some grass, and be human. Like, stop trying to bypass your humanness. And that's the message that I'm getting here. It's like somebody's trying to bypass their humanness. You're allowed to be human. You know we're allowed to be ego, or allowed to have ego and like judge people and all everything else. Like, fuck all that fake spirituality shit. It's not performative. It's not about performing. It's about being real with ourselves. And a lot of people in the community are very performative, and there's like love, light. Oh my god, I've transcended my ego like 3,000 times in a 9th dimension, 42, and it's just like, shut the fuck up. No, they're not. They're in the 3rd dimension. Okay, we are on Earth. We have grass outside to touch and a tree to hug, okay? And the moon to dance under naked. Like, if you want to be delusional, go out there and dance under the moon naked. You know, but it's this energy here of, like, somebody has a new beginning, and again, they're like fake smiling through it because they're not happy about the new beginning. You know, they're feeling very misunderstood through this process here. Feelings of loneliness or inadequacy can also be a thing that's kind of coming up right now, where it's like, you know, being misunderstood can make somebody feel very lonely. You know, you're not feeling that support there. So, and that may make you internalize that lack of support as feeling inadequate and kind of like putting ourselves down. And I don't see that as truth or valid. However, it is valid for you to feel that way. Like, you're allowed to have those feelings and emotions. I just don't want you to sit with them too long and get into this state of putting yourself down. Okay. There could be some anxiety going on at work here, or trouble at work. Again, you need to sage, you need to cleanse, you need to clean up the energy, your environment. If you need products for your cubicle at work, or whatever you're dealing with, evil eye and everything else at work, I've got products on my website, FlavoredVivid.com. I have tons of different products. I have packs where you can buy whole packs of things to work numerous things. Or you can just, if you can sage or cleanse and you work from home, then clean up your environment at home here. But there is something here from the past where it's like there's a potential celebration that's coming in. Yeah, there's really good energy that's potentially coming in for you in this new beginning. But because you're allowing distraction from like partnerships, or distraction from drama at work, or relationships, or whatever, to impact your work here, it's it's not blocking, it's delaying your celebration in regards to this. We're going to go ahead and turn these energies around for you, though, because I really feel that there is this change here, especially with the Tower card and the Death card, and it's radical change. It may be uncomfortable, but it's going to bring this in for you here, where it's like you have a stronger sense of community, and you're feeling embraced by the people, and understood and seen for your qualities, your gifts, etc., for all the good qualities about you here. And then celebration, which will lead you to a lot of different celebrations. Okay, somebody here is going to be rebuilding their reputation as well, or creating a reputation for themselves online or at work here. There's something here about being like self-made, getting exposure. Okay, seeing things as face value, though, is how you're going to bring in this exposure for yourself. Somebody here might be an investor as well. There's something here about, like, again, investing is going to be really important. We have separation, we talked about that. High vibrational, we talked about that. Let's go ahead and shuffle live. Let's see what we've got, Aries. Messages, please. Messages for Aries. Tell me about this bridge over water. All right, 2 cards. You've got cool your emotions, first of all, overall energy, full moon in Aries. So you are bright right now. Let's say that, and then take inspired. Love it. Okay. Beautiful. So it has shine and take inspired action came flying out. We have full moon in Virgo and new moon in Leo. You can have Leo or Virgo in your chart. You do not have to here. But this is about you truly being seen for the true qualities of yourself, something that I was just talking about. With Virgo being here, Virgo is all about our routine, our daily routine. So it's like, what routine do you have in place here that is for your highest good, that helps people see who you really are? One thing that I always like to remind people is, like, if people followed you around with a camera all day, what would they see? What would they see? Would they see somebody who's ambitious and hardworking and like going after their goals? Or would they see somebody who, is moping around? Would they see somebody who's starting drama? What would they see? And that's how you know where you're like aligned or misaligned. Okay, that's how I get my ass out of bed. I'm going to be honest with you. As I pretend there's a whole camera crew here. I don't want people to see that I'm laying in bed all day and my feels or emotions or something like that, right? I got to get up. I got to be productive. I'm going to go to the gym, alchemize my energy, or do a little home workout or something like that, right? I'm going to do things that are in alignment with my goals. And so with take inspired action, I mean, if you want to be delusional, baby, be delusional like that. Yeah, I'm telling you, I do that all the time, okay? I love that energy. I do. I'm just like, oh my gosh, the camera crew's arriving. I need to go get ready. And that gets me up and gets me ready for the day, where maybe I wasn't feeling it and I didn't feel so hot about myself or something like that, right? So anyways, hopefully that helps somebody who that's meant to help. Let's go ahead and continue shuffling. Messages, please, for Aries. What's the general message? Thank you. We've got dusted off in the reverse, with the overall being divination abuser in the reverse. Okay. And messages, please, for Aries. We've got happy family, love that, and overall free your soul. Aries, these cards are very indicative of you holding on to something, okay, or somebody holding on to something. If it's not you, it's definitely the other person, but somebody's holding on to something here, where they saw a happy family with you, perhaps, okay, and you're freeing yourself from this because there's a huge manifestation coming from it. There is no way you're gonna sit in front of your own manifestations and be like, not today. Absolutely not. Okay, bridge over water, meaning like, let's go ahead and cool down our emotions, whatever we're feeling, and walk over the bridge, because over on the other side of the bridge here is this huge manifestation. Let's free ourselves from overthinking and come into this brand new manifestation. Some of you guys are gonna be getting a new car, or there's something here about a new vehicle. Congratulations in advance. You might be looking into vehicles right now. Like I see somebody like car shopping. I'm hearing window shopper, but that one song by like 50 Cent. So there's something here about like we were window shopping for cars. You're kind of like planning on what you're going to get into, which is going to be really awesome for you here. Let's go ahead and see what we've got there. Let's clarify this. Tell me about divination abuser in the reverse. Queen of Cups in the reverse, okay, and dusted off is the Three of Cups. Overall is the Star card in the reverse. Okay, so somebody here in the situation is in their emotions, okay? They could be pulling cards or cross-watching, all right? With dusted off in the reverse and the Three of Cups here, talking a lot with like friends or community, trying to ignore something that they're disappointed with. I feel like somebody here is holding on to the past. I'm going to go back to that song because I keep hearing bridge over water, I am jumping off, okay? It's like this person has an opportunity to cross a bridge, whoever this is, but they're jumping off into their like emotions and allowing their emotions to take the wheel. With the Queen of Cups here in the reverse, this is indicative of spiteful energy. I'm going to clarify the Queen of Cups in the reverse. Tell me about the Queen of Cups here. Yep, the Death card here. Somebody's being humbled. The Temperance card, okay? The angels are coming in to humble and balance out a person who basically has allowed their emotions to go into overdrive. This person has been being spiteful. Ace of Swords, it's not grounded in truth or validity. Ace of Pentacles here, and it's really not going anywhere. It's actually cowardice energy because it's like this person doesn't want to see the truth within themselves. Seven of Wands, they're very defensive, okay? Seven of Pentacles, and they've been this way a long time. So there is some sort of like wall that essentially the divine is breaking down here. Tell me about dusted off in the reverse. Thank you. King of Cups, okay. King of Cups and the Queen of Cups. So this could have been somebody that you were in a partnership with, because that is like representative of partners. And then we also have the Lovers card, which can represent love, but it's also a decision here to like trust yourself. Yeah, focus on yourself. Build that independence within yourself as well. And with the Three of Cups, have more fun, like be lighthearted here. Spirit's asking someone here to be more lighthearted, to focus on their endeavors, on their goals, on what they want to create for themselves, because you're meant to be living like a life of luxury here. You're meant to be a very independent individual on your own, and that's going to align you for whoever needs to hear this here. If this is you in this energy, it's not a big deal. We've all been there. We're human, right? But there's this energy here of like grounding, being very grounded in a practical, ideal way that is going to lead you to the life of luxury that you were always meant to live in. Making the appropriate, healthy decisions and choosing those pathways that are leading you to luxury. When I say luxury, you know, I mean in love as well. You're meant to have independence. Okay, how do I explain this, Spirit? Thank you. You're meant to have independence before coming into love, okay? So back when I was like manifesting love here, I would literally cry to Spirit, okay? I was broken. That's something that a lot of people don't know about. I would cry. I was just so broken. I was just like, I don't get it. Why do I have to have money to find love? Like I was like, I want somebody to love the broke version of me. I want somebody to right? And I didn't understand that. And Spirit's like, because if you don't have money and then the other person does, you're automatically on uneven planes, right? Spiritually here, it's like they can always hold something over your head, and then they have dominance or control over you in that way. And I was a very codependent individual, you know, growing up here. I would find myself in very abusive and narcissistic relationships here where, you know, even if I was the breadwinner in the relationship, it was held over me. My own money was weaponized against me and I wasn't allowed to spend my own money. And I didn't understand it here. But then when I came into my own business and my own money, etc., that's when love was easy to find, because what I had to align was my independence and my confidence, my worth within myself, and recognizing the worth within myself. Whereas I'd always been in a broken state, so I wanted somebody else to love my brokenness, but I wasn't healing. I wasn't healing. I was convincing myself that I was healing, but I wasn't healing. I was still trying to hang on to my attachment style, to my codependence, while simultaneously trying to break free and manifest things. Like, you can't have an anchor and try to be a balloon, you know? You're always going to be anchored here and you're never going to fly. And that's what I'm kind of getting in this energy here. All right, let's move on. Happy family and free your soul. Okay, this is where it's like you're choosing to kind of create the reality that is best for you. Tell me about happy family. 5 of coins in the reverse, very beautiful. Again, you're meant to come out of some sort of hardship here and free your soul. Okay, there could be a healing within a family environment as well. We also have somebody here is getting their own place, or they could be moving. There could be a celebration, a union. Okay, coming in, we have the star card showing up here. It's divine alignment here. You are aligning yourself again to this huge manifestation, this reason to celebrate that's coming in for you. It's very, very beautiful. There's something here that you're like really wanting for yourself, for your children. Knight of Swords, child, doesn't matter, or just you, like your inner child has always wanted something, and this is what you're aligning to. With the Knight of Swords here, it's asking you to remain driven and focused. Focusing on the task at hand. Okay, like for example, he's maybe you're a barber or something like that. First of all, her face looks like miserable, right? And it's because he's talking shit. Like the Knight of Swords is also a gossiper. So it's like, don't allow gossip to distract you or like talking shit. It's like, remain focused on the task at hand, because he's got scissors. If he fucks up her haircut, it's done. Like, you know, she's gonna be pissed, right? And so there's something here about like focusing on the task at hand, rather than allowing distraction into your life, because that's gonna bring in a major reason to celebrate and some sort of wish fulfillment for you in regards to a huge manifestation that you've been wanting for a very long time. So anchor into your goals and what you want for yourself right now, okay? Don't kind of let feelings or emotions from the past rule or dictate over you right now. I think that's going to be what's best for you. Let's go ahead and move forward. Shuffling this out. Too busy winning. That's exactly where you want to be. Too busy winning, okay? Very focused. And mental health, okay, with the fractured glass. So some of you guys need to, you know, really work on like the mental health aspect. Again, not a big deal. We're all there at different points in our time. All right, messages in regards to career and finances. Messages in regards to career and finances. Okay. Okay. Does somebody quit smoking? This is really random, has nothing, well, maybe it does. Maybe you're saving more money now that you're not smoking or something like that. I just got like a random, I don't smoke cigarettes or anything, but I just got a random urge to like smoke a cigarette. Somebody's stressed out at work. You're stressed out over some sort of like contractual agreement at work, or there's a contract that's like stressing you out. Maybe you work with contracts or something like that. There's somebody here whose income is fluctuating, and I see you applying a brand new strategy. Like, you might have a temporary job, like the contract that you're in is ending, and you're like, what do I do after this? Okay, that's for someone out here. You feel like you have a deadline. I'm hearing deadline. For others out here, it's like you're so close to success. I'm going to be real. You have the success card, but it's showing up in the reverse. And then we have published or self-published. And then you have pendulum and loss of shares and crisis. Okay, with the overall energy being the seal card in the reverse, which represents contracts. But again, behind that, you guys have the tree card here, which says financial growth, coming to fruition, abundance. Okay, so some of you guys, it's about being part of family business. So you guys are going to make a job change here. You're making a choice to kind of go in a new direction. And that direction is going to be really beneficial for you. make sure you're paying attention to like all paperwork at this point in time. There's something significant about paperwork and contracts again right now as well. For those of you guys that are authors, published or self-published, this could be like self-made as well. Make sure that you have a lawyer look over some sort of contract if you get signed with this contract, because I don't feel like you're going to be happy with it if I'm being real with you. Tell me about success. Why is it in the reverse? The Hermit card in the reverse, okay? And the Two of Swords in the reverse with the King of Pentacles in the upright. There really isn't a blockage, but it's like your internal state of being is blocking you from the success that you deserve right now. I feel like there's distractions, complacency. I just heard there's complacency and making decisions based on like feelings or emotions rather than what is like logical or grounded in reason. Tell me about published and self-published. Temperance in the reverse and the Nine of Coins in the reverse. With the Two of Wands. Okay, so somebody here is making a choice or a decision. Like, do I sign this contract here, or do I go in my own direction? Do I self-publish, right? So it's like, do I work for this business, or do I open up my own business? Do I, sign with this agent, or do I represent myself? Like, it's that type. It doesn't matter what industry it's in. It's a decision between like showing up for you or showing up for a company here. Okay, Two of Wands is here, and the Magician card with the Six of Coins. What you put out is what you're going to get back, is what Spirit is telling you here. Don't be afraid to, represent yourself. I do feel like if you sign a contract, you're not going to be very happy with the contract. Okay. Tell me about Pendulum. Two of Wands, again, coming right back out. Tell me about Pendulum and the Five of Swords here. The Fool card. Just leap, literally. Eight of Coins and put in the work. Three of Coins. I feel like there's something here about agents marketing with the Three of Coins. It's kind of like my marketing card here. Winning people over, I'm hearing as well. So for example, like if you are an author or something like that, it's getting on Book Talk, right? Like Book Talk is huge. I'm part of Book Talk. I freaking love Book Talk. I love reading. If you're an author, drop your book down below. Let me know how I can support you, okay? But if any type of self-representation, it's like right now you need to represent yourself, like show people that lovable side of you here, authentic side of you. Don't be afraid to build. Yeah, thank you. There's a construction worker here. He's saying, like, don't be afraid to build in this new beginning and put in the hard work, okay? Put in the hours that are necessary here. I freaking love, there's this girl, her name is like Ari Keetsia or something. That's not her real name, but it's like her stage name, her OF name. But she's a model, influencer, etc., whatever. And one thing I love is she's so authentic and out of pocket and just herself. She doesn't really care what other people think, but at the same time, she does weigh out other people's opinions about her. And so like, she's very just balanced within. But, she's not afraid to build. And that's one thing that she said. She's like, yeah, I share like all my luxury house and my vehicles and, my vacation. She's like, but guess what I'm doing at 5 o'clock in the morning on vacation? She's like, I'm working. I'm awake so that I can work, so I can have the rest of the day off to do what I want to do. And so that's what I'm kind of getting here in this situation. It's like, building the life that you want for you, that works for you. Don't let people's like facades, like it could look, I really respected her for that, because it can look like, people have it all, but you don't see what they're doing at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. You don't see how they're starting their day or how they're dedicating themselves or how they're working on vacation, etc., right? And that's what I'm getting here. So don't be afraid to build. Don't be afraid to put in the hard work to build the life that you want. And remember that, what other people show or typically highlight reels, they're not, what happens behind the scenes, okay? So create some sort of routine for yourself. Tell me about business contract in the reverse. Why is this reversed? Thank you. Three of Swords. And the Seven of Swords. I'm telling you, you're not gonna, I said this intuitively, now the cards are just, they're proven what I'm saying to be true. You're not going to be happy with this business contract, okay? They're going to screw you over. It's something that's not going to be right for you. I think that self-representation is going to take you a lot further. Yeah, exactly. The Devil card and the Tower card with the Hierophant. You're going to be stuck in a contract that you're not going to be happy with. And these people are going to make a lot of money off of you, but you're never going to make the money that you deserve. And so I feel like self-representation is going to be very important for you with the Death card here and the Ten of Coins. Oh my God, baby. That's some shmoney card, okay? The work that you put in is going to build your legacy. You're a 10 of coins right now. Don't let anybody else profit off of your legacy, off of your light. Period. End of story. That's what I've got for you. Do not. And I feel like we sell ourselves short because we're like, things aren't as abundant or whatever as they seem, or like, oh, I'm failing because my life doesn't look luxurious like, you know, somebody else's, but you don't see the work that they did to get the position that they're in. It's not easy. It's about building in consistency. So you need to consistently be driven, focused on your goals, and again, act like a fucking camera crew is following you around. Maybe you're in a reality show, I don't know, okay? But that motivates me. I act like a camera crew is following me around. That keeps my house clean. Okay, that keeps me ready. There's so many different things there. And yes, it's delusional, but it's a good type of delusion. It's motivating. All right, messages. And no, I don't turn around like talk to a camera or anything, but you know, for fun, I could. All right, messages please for Aries love life. What do they need to know right now? Messages for their love life. We have abundance in the reverse. Paradise in the reverse, ascending in the reverse, and separation in the upright. Okay, overall energy, clock card in the reverse. Somebody's having a hard time getting over a relationship right now. Somebody is just not happy. They're not able to move on from it, and it's blocking the abundance. Okay, somebody's very sad. They're missing you. They're yearning for you, or if this is you, you're yearning for this person. Healing takes time, and healing's not linear. You're gonna be good for a week, and then the week goes by, and next thing you know, you're spiraling again. That is just part of healing. That is part of the messiness of being human, and you are allowed to be human in every single part of you, whether it's messy or it's the most healed and high vibrational love and light that you can fucking be, are valid, and they are true, and they are real. And I hope that you can be real to yourself, or if you're cross-watching and this is you, be real to yourself. Okay, be real to yourself, because whoever is doing this here is making things harder on themselves, not on the other person. Not on the other person. Mask, yeah, and then they're lying about it too, like, oh, I'm fine, things are great. It's that fake smile card that you guys got, right? Again, whether it's you or another person here, it doesn't matter who it is, but somebody here needs to take the time to actually focus on healing. Okay, you have 4 of Cups in the reverse. It's like they're rejecting it here. Rejecting opportunities for abundance, okay, and manifesting exactly what they want. Somebody's not anchored in like gratitude right now. Like they don't see how, yeah, 4 swords. They're in anxiety right now. They have a lot of anxiety. They're very restless. They're not sleeping well. Okay, they're constantly in their mind. Tell me about paradise in the reverse. We have the 10 of coins in the upright. Okay, somebody could be living with family. It's not an ideal situation. Somebody feels like a failure because they're living with family. No, you're not. Okay, as somebody who does not have family, I wish I could live with my mom or my dad. They're dead, but I wish I could live with them, okay? Just go to the gravesite, roll around. Just kidding, they don't have gravesites, they're on my altar. But, you know, 6 of Wands in the reverse. Yeah, somebody feels like a failure. 5 of Wands because they're like living with family or things like aren't looking ideal, and, you know, they're creating problems because of it. Like, there could be a lot of arguments going on at home, or like they don't get along well with their family, whoever this is. Tell me about separation here and ascending in the reverse. Thank you. We've got Page of Wands in reverse. Yeah, somebody's not seeing the right opportunity here. And separation in the upright, the Lover's card, to make the right decisions and to stay focused. It's like somebody's more focused on like gossiping and looking better than other people in a situation. It's like they're trying to build themselves up in negative ways, rather than actually doing things in a positive way that have a positive impact here. So that's why they're getting caught up in a cycle. And it's kind of like, you know, when you throw your clothes in the washer and you forget about them, and then you're like, oh crap, I need to rewash them now before they smell like mildew. So you wash them again. Then you get distracted and you forget about them again. Okay, it's just like wash, rinse, repeat. Wash, rinse, repeat. Somebody needs to throw themselves in the dryer and hang the shit up. Genuinely. Okay, Queen of Swords in the reverse here. So he's very negative. It could be, you know, this is my Libra card. Could be a Libra that's doing this, 7 of Swords, or Gemini. Okay, but somebody's like, they're in denial about something. 3 of Swords, and they're in denial about this heartbreak that they're experiencing here. They're in their mind too. I want you to notice, like, not every card has a purple layer, right? Or frame. Purple frame. Purple represents our crown chakra, okay? So it's definitely somebody's in their head, okay? Swords also represent mental energy. And with the 3 of Swords and the 7 of Swords, 10 of Swords, geez. Somebody's at the 10 of Swords mentally, okay? It's like their mental capacity is just they're feeling betrayed. They feel this way because they feel betrayed. 6 of Cups, and they're holding on to the past. Whoever this is, somebody is holding on to the past. They can't work through it. It's hard for them to let go of you. Or if this is you, it's hard for you to let go of this other individual here. Okay, 7 of Coins. I think that it's an important reminder that healing requires patience. And the 7 of Coins requires patience. It's about like, okay, I'm putting in all the work, where's like the fruits of my labor, right? But as I said earlier in this reading here, healing's not linear. You could go 1 week where you're feeling on top of the world, and then the next week you're feeling the lowest pits of fucking hell. And that is healing, that is natural, and that is the messiness of being a human and having emotions. What a gift it is to have such strong emotions, to feel so deeply. Like, don't look at the negatives. I want you to honor yourself and be like, I'm so grateful. Or this person here, if you're cross, it doesn't matter who this is, right? This person needs to look at themselves and recognize, I am so grateful that I'm able to love this deeply, this messily, to be this fucking human and have this experience that is so impactful and profound, that has this impact over my life. But somebody doesn't want to recognize that. They don't want to see that. King of Wands in the reverse. And instead, they go into like this power trip of like, I need to be the better person, and I need to come out on top, and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, that's all ego, because your ego then is allowing you to bypass and justify the feelings and the emotions that you're having here, instead of you being authentic to yourself. Queen of Swords. And instead of you seeing the truth and speaking from your heart, right? 5 of Coins, it's like you're actually, whoever's doing this, I keep saying you're, but I'm just saying whoever this is, you're actually abandoning yourself. This person is abandoning themselves for the sake of what societally looks best. Ace of Cups, and it's of a disservice to their heart. Their heart chakra is completely blocked in this situation, okay? And, you know, there's a lot of, like, resent and hatred that's coming from this person, whether they are aware of it or not. And I don't feel like it's being projected. I feel like it's towards themselves. Like, this is somebody who resents their actions. They're hateful towards themselves. Like, if I didn't do this, this wouldn't have happened. It's like they're trying to, like, I'm hearing chronological events, like this person's trying to, like, measure up chronological events to see how did it get this far. But what they really need to do is honor their emotions in the moment, recognize that they're closing out a major karmic cycle. This is the end of this, and move forward here. Allow themselves to move past these feelings and emotions without identifying with their feelings. Instead of, I am a piece of shit because of this X, Y, and Z. It's like, wow, you know, going forward, I'm going to make sure to be more mindful and recognize that, you know, I need to be more compassionate, or I need to be less reactive, or, you know, consideration is the highest form of love. I need to consider my partner's feelings and their emotions more, whatever it is, going forward. That's what they need to look at here, is like, oh, going forward, I'm going to do this. But instead, they're identifying with what they did, which is making their worth decrease in their eyes and their mind and their heart, okay? So somebody's struggling with separation. Yeah, and they are being guided by the divine. They're being supported by the divine to move on. But instead, somebody's trying to chase right now. And chasing, again, abandonment issue. It says right here, chasing comes from abandonment of self. This person is abandoning themselves and what the divine directly wants, and trying to force things. They told you they have a worth wound, not enough. This person doesn't feel enough, okay? Hand of Cards here, and they're taking risks that are going to have greater impact than if they were to actually sit with their emotions, recognize like, okay, yes, I feel this way, you know, and going forward, I'm not going to do X, Y, and Z. Or going forward, I'm going to do it like this, and I'm going to start today by making sure that I have the self-love and the self-discipline to move through this energy. All right? Okay, let's go ahead and move forward here. Closing this out. So bridge over water, all right? Bridge over water, whether this is you or another person here. Let's see what we get. You're surrounded by false friends. Okay, first card out. Aries, look at your circle. And not in a paranoid way, okay? It is a Scorpio full moon. There's a lot of Scorpio shadow side can be very paranoid, okay? You know, if you know, you know. If not, you, yeah. Okay, you give so selflessly, it's your turn to receive, and that's why the divine is coming in with such prompt healing. Be excited about the soul you're evolving into. You are a gift. Very beautiful. We love to see it. 2 more cards, please. Thank you. You could spend your time more wisely. All right. No more overthinking. Let's get into the action of doing. And create better boundaries, okay, within ourselves, within others, within our discipline, etc. However that plays out here. Bottom of the deck, we have new light codes are being activated within you. Top of the deck here, important downloads are coming in. And center of the deck, overall energy is you are not seeing clearly. Whether this again is you or another individual here. Hopefully this message helps those that it's meant to help. I hope that some of you guys find clarity. Focus on your goals. It's time for a fucking win. You have a win directly in front of you. Spirit's like dangling it in front of you, baby. Go for it. Go for it. There's literally nothing stopping you except for you at this point in time right now. Bridge over water, cross over that bridge. Don't jump in like the song says, okay? I love you guys. Don't forget to like this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye, Aries.